Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is BMT coming at you again. Um, I wanted to talk with you guys about something. I've just been chilling, and sometimes you gotta do some self-reflection and go through a metamorphosis of change. Um, and I got to sit down and vibe with a pretty stellar group while talking and just figuring out things in life. And as I was doing that, you know, um, I was talking with this person, and they were telling me how they had a problem on conveying their feelings towards their mate. Now, a lot of people are like, "Oh, I don't got a problem doing that," and as I thought about it, I had to think back to how hard it was to actually learn how to, speak how I feel. I was never, I was never really brought up uh, in the ideal setting on how to speak or deal with a woman. And I can only imagine as much the same thing would be for a lot of other men and women on how to properly, talk to each other. I was up late at night and I was watching something that you can check out in the description below. It's a little short clip in Family Matters with Steve Urkel and Laura. And with Steve and Laura, as we already know, Steve is always trying to gain Laura's affection, and she just never saw him as that type of guy, just as a doormat. And everything that he would try to do, she would oversee it and just take it for granted. And I can't tell you how many times I've been there. I've had that happen in my life. I know a lot of people like to think that no, that'll never happen to them. Hey, what's going on, honeybee? But I wanted to tell you that that's one of the biggest things, that sometimes people love people so much that they get walked on because they're blinded by love, and that they just wanted to be accepted and just cared for. I've been there, man, where I've loved up on a person so much, even when it hurt, I wouldn't say anything because I get y'all probably say, well, you sound like a sucker or a lame or whatever kind of people that y'all call me, and I'm like, no, I was just madly in love. And I greatly did not want to displease that person. And I would just keep on taking lump after lump after lump of stuff that would happen. And I was like, God dang, like, I just can't do that anymore. And as that would happen, I would feel like my feelings or my emotions would get pushed around. And I began to become resentful, hateful, bitter about not so much the person, but my relationship. And in doing that, as I really want y'all to check out the video with Steve Urkel and Laura, and how no matter how bad it got, he tried hard to say his piece, like, "Hey, you're walking over me," and then she said, "Well, that's not my problem. That's yours." And he was like, "Nah, like we can share this. We can actually build and grow together." But she didn't want to hear that. it's a very critical era. Let me see. I can just pull it up. I think I can pull it up. I'm not gonna play it, but it's a very funny clip. And in the clip, you know, Steve really wants. Let me see if I can grab it. You know, fair use, fair use. You know, I'm not gonna play it because I don't want it to be played. Okay, there we go. All right, I got it. And I think the thing about it was that some people get walked over a lot in relationships. I think that's why a lot of people do not want to fully commit to a relationship because they're afraid of the damage that they have received over time. And as I think about, how hard Steve tried to be a good, honorable man, and you have it where it goes vice versa, where people will try to be honorable and they'll try to empathize with a person, but they find themselves getting hurt and harmed. And some people are not very considerate of, your feelings. I, I just, I just can't understand why. But then some people understand that maybe you're just soft, you're just weak, you're not cut out for that. And I'm like, maybe we're not being appreciated. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had my times where have been the flip flop of the person who did not appreciate somebody. See, we learn we don't appreciate somebody until they've had enough, or they're just like, I'm just not gonna allow you to do what you do or say what you gotta say. And see, in doing that, you have to learn how to properly reciprocate and actually identify the situation of, hey, I don't like this. Wait. What are you saying? I don't like it. And I understand that, yeah, people will stare at you, but sometimes you gotta ask yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror, are you fine with this? Are you trying to build for this? What are you trying to make of this? And see, it's not easy because it's hard work. It's determination. And sometimes I can't. It took a while, y'all. Like communication in a relationship, that takes time and trust. When you ask people and you want to talk to them and get a sensational feel of them, you have to ask them, I need you to learn how to reciprocate and communicate with me. Talk to me because I want to build with you, but you just keep on trying to walk over me. And I won't, and I implore anybody, don't ever walk with somebody who's doing stuff that is shady. But let's make accountability for men and women to literally say, hey, like what you got going on right now, we can possibly, fix on that, work on that, actually try to build from that. But other people were like, well, I'm a build a buddy.com where I can just, be whatever you want me to be for that time. That's not respectful. We can try and we can work at it. I just wish some people would actually start standing up. And I don't mean it by trying to shame people or disrespect people or talking down or saying, I can't see myself doing that because that would make me look weak or lame or like a sucker. But I'm like, why do you care? Because at the end of the day, you're trying to convey your feelings to your mate. And see, ain't nothing worse than actually living in a home where y'all are walking, it feels like y'all walking on glass. Mm. Like I said, I really want the best. I only, and I believe that we all are required and should have access to people that fit your type of energy. Steve was okay with Laura abusing him for years and years and years, talking down on him, using him, manipulating him, or whatever such thing. And there are people that are like that. Y'all, we got to start understanding how to properly convey our feelings and communication with people. Or else it's going to get a lot worse. It did. Like I said, I didn't want to be too long. I just want to have a conversation with y'all on the contentions of stuff that is happening. Please start learning how to communicate. Start actually, writing. It's just one of those things that, I'm glad that I learned how to speak to my children, to my beloved, to those who I am. Because sometimes you're known for the fruits and the merits of your work. And yes, it does hurt because sometimes you feel like you're opening or leading yourself to I would want to say, it's at the tip of my tongue. Mm. Like I say, you guys, communication is a healthy benefactor of us. I'll see you guys later. This is BMT. Just doing a short on talking about communication. Y'all have a good night. And remember, before you start just fighting, remember you're working on communication. I agree. We are not doormats. Mm-hmm. Communication and boundaries did help me also. What's going on, Real News?